In those big, high-stakes strategy meetings, it's not just about what you're saying. It's really about how you say it. That can make or break everything. So today, we're going to dive into the speaking skills you need to analyze strategy like a pro and really own the room.
So, let's start with a question I think we've all asked ourselves. You walk into that big meeting, right? You've done the work, your analysis is rock solid, but then all eyes are on you. How do you make sure you sound as clear and confident as you feel about your ideas?
Well, the stakes are super high. Because when our language gets a little fuzzy, it's like a domino effect. One misunderstood comment can lead to weeks of wasted effort, maybe even a huge strategic mistake. We're talking about costly errors that are totally preventable. So, what's the secret?
It all comes down to one thing: precision. Seriously, think of precision as your secret weapon in these meetings. Using sharp, clear language isn't just about looking professional. It's about getting everyone on the same page, moving forward together. Let's break down what that actually looks like.
Okay, so what do we even mean by effective corporate speaking? Look, it's not about using a bunch of big, complicated words to sound smart. Not at all. The real power is in keeping it simple. It's about being concise, using exactly the right words, and laying out your thoughts so clearly that anybody can follow along.
All right, let's get into our first tool. We're calling this the language of balance. This is a super powerful framework that helps you present your analysis in a way that shows, you've really thought about it from all sides. This one little phrase is a total game changer for a balanced assessment. And the magic word is however. Think of it like a little signpost for your audience. It clearly tells them, okay, we just talked about a positive, and now we're about to pivot to a potential negative. Here's how it works in a real-life scenario. You could say something like, one major strength is our competitive pricing. However, a potential weakness is our reliance on just one supplier. See how clean and clear that is? In just one sentence, you've laid out both sides of the coin. There's zero confusion.
And there's some huge benefits to talking this way. For one, it sounds professional and polished. It also creates this really smooth transition between your points. And maybe most importantly, it separates the facts, so you avoid any mix-ups or confusion. It's just a fantastic way to take something complex and make it easy for everyone to understand.
All right, so you've presented your balanced analysis. Now what? Well, now you've got to deliver a strong conclusion. It's time to, land the plane, but do it with real impact and show everyone the clear path forward.
And here's a go-to phrase for a killer conclusion. When you say, overall, the strategy is strong, you're giving credit where it's due and acknowledging the good work. But then, when you add, but it needs some refinement in execution, you're pointing the way forward. It's this perfect balance of building confidence while also highlighting what needs to happen next.
But listen, the words themselves are only half the battle. How you actually say them is what sells it. A firm voice. And I don't mean aggressive. It just signals confidence. It makes people instinctively trust what you're saying. And when you pair that with a nice, steady pace, you project this calm authority that really makes your points land. And let me be really clear about this. Your tone of voice can absolutely make or break your entire message. If you sound hesitant or unsure, it's going to completely undermine even the best idea in the world. Your delivery has to match the strength of your strategy. It's that calm, measured confidence that gets people to lean in and really listen.
Okay, great work. So how do we make all of this second nature? Let's talk about your path to mastery. Here's a simple, actionable plan to turn these tools into habits. So here's what you can do. First, actively build your vocabulary. Learn more words related to analysis, assessment, adjustment, that kind of thing. Second, practice your delivery. Actually record yourself on your phone. It's a great way to work on that firm voice and steady pacing. And third, be really intentional with your words. Practice choosing the exact word you need to make your logic crystal clear.
So we'll leave you with this thought. You now have the tools you need for precision and for balance. So take them, practice them, and the next time you walk into a strategy meeting, you'll be ready not just to be there, but to actually lead the conversation. So the only question is, what's the next strategy you're going to analyze with total confidence?